All right, let some more people come in from the other page. All right, let a few more of y'all come on in here. Let me go on and let people know we live on this other channel here. Let me go to my other screen. Give me a second. Let people know where we at, what we doing. We're gonna start this part two as y'all coming in here right now. All right. Oh, wrong channel. Wrong channel. Let's go to the right channel. Yeah, we back. We back in. We back in. We're gonna speak about our sister here from the African Unite Force channel. Something she said that I wanted to kind of piggyback off of, and she had uh, typed us in it, at least put a hashtag in it. So I said, hey, yeah, let's go ahead and respond to that. I think that was a good conversation that she was having. Yeah, but let me share this with my family on the main page so they can go ahead and come on over here. So y'all, I'm giving y'all some few minutes to get in here, then we get started. But let me get it over here with these people here. Boom, we live. Boom. Okay. All right, let everybody know we live. So yeah, I'll give some people a few more minutes, and I'll get into this conversation. Hope everybody's day is going good. Thank you for the love offering. Who gave the love offering just now? Somebody gave a love offering. Okay, Blockability. Thank you for the love offering, brother. Appreciate you. You know, over here we call it love offering. You know, just like the church house. That's what we do over here. So thank you very much for that. Put this quiet, and then that way I keep up with the super chat over here. All right. So give everybody one more minute, and we'll just talk about it. We won't keep y'all too long. Definitely won't keep y'all too long. But yeah, we had a good stream on the last channel. Like I told y'all, what I'm trying to do is just to see how it works out with me doing more streams and everything. I'm seeing that maybe y'all like me to do more streams, and um, if y'all like me to do it, y'all just let me know. I'm just testing this out for about a good week or two. You know, streaming is very easy for me. It is very easy. Now, of course, I can do more showing clips and all that when I'm in my studio. But hey, we be back there in the studio next week. So right now, we just rock with y'all, right? All right, cool. All right, give people one more minute, then we'll start. Boy, that snow is coming down out there. Everything is good. Everything is good. All right. So give them 30 more seconds and we'll get started. 30 more seconds. And then after that, I gotta work on some more content on the other channels. So yeah, I have so much stuff I need to do, y'all. The work never stops. The work never stops. And Clarissa say yes, stream. That's what Clarissa say. Clarissa say the streams are a lot better. That what she say. And the standalone video. All right, so we 5 minutes in. All right, here we go. So, our sister, African Unite Force, she has a channel. She's a Nigerian sister, actually, from Nigeria, and I've seen her content many times before, and shout out to the sister and everything. And she's a continental African, and of course, I watch some of the African channels definitely, but she had a conversation today about some continental Africans have said that African Americans don't have a culture, and she was making a video pushing back on that, saying that well some people over there are speaking out of ignorance, and she was saying that how Black Americans, African Americans, we do have a culture, and she was pointing out that our culture is everywhere in the continent of Africa. She talked about when you go places, you hear our music, not theirs. I remember the first time when I went to Ethiopia, and they had this little bar area where everybody was at. They were playing Tupac. Now, what Tupac is not Ethiopian, but they playing Tupac. They playing all kind of other music that come from our culture on their billboards. I've seen Black Americans, like their barbershops. You be seeing the Ludacris picture on the barbershop, right? Ludacris with his different hairstyles or whatever. So you see our culture in the African continent, and that's what she was talking about. She was talking about that our culture is definitely resonated on the African continent. You know, what homeboy, what person say the problem is not Africans aren't cool with us. Phil said the problem is they don't want to remove the white supremacists in their country. Well, a lot of us don't even want to remove the white supremacists in our minds and in our hearts either, which is easier to remove than them in that country. I mean, you get into the politics, all that. The average African does not control um, things, just like you don't control things in the U.S. The politicians and all those people is the reason why of that. But that's not the purpose of this video. So the sister was getting on Continental Africans for saying that, right? And saying that's wrong. That's very ignorant. We do have a culture, and yes, we do have a culture. And I appreciate her doing that because it clears up the confusion. Because you understand, from my point of view, and what I've seen, there's ignorance on both sides. There's ignorance. And education is the key to clear up that ignorance. Okay, I can't really stand people that talk on and they really think they know something, and they clearly speaking from a level of ignorance. Or what really gets me is when someone speaks in the guise of, "Well, I'm better than you because of this," and I'm like, "Who are you? If you wake up in the morning like everybody else, you use the restroom like everybody else, how are you better? You're not better. Nobody's culture is better than anybody else's culture." I believe that we could learn from each other. I believe continental Africans, diasporan Africans, we can learn from each other, right? And if we work together, we can bring a lot to the table, right? But I believe there's things that they can teach us, and I believe there are things that we can teach. I don't know what's wrong with my connection today, y'all. These are the groups that's coming in. They're not for me. They're not for you. They're for themselves. And now the other brothers saying, "Well, get these people out and different things like that." That's not as easy as talking about. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna grab up people and just throw them out because they're gonna say, "Okay, you throwing out innocent people that had nothing to do with it." No, the problem is the politicians. They're the ones that you got to get and throw out first. You understand? Just like in America, our politicians are the problem. If you start with the Congressional Black Caucus in America, and you want to get them out for not fighting for black people, because the politicians in America and the politicians in the African continent are the same. They are the same. They both do not work for the people. They do not work for the people whatsoever. They work for themselves. They try to get a bag. They got corruption. They got all that mess that's going on, right? So now one of them is any different. Your problem because they all sell out. They at this point they don't even care about black people like that. They don't. And you say get them out. Are you going to go over there and help them do that? What are you going to do to assist with some of these things? Because you're making a demand, but are you really like going? How are you going to replace them? Like what are you going to do to make things better? That's how I look at the situation because it'd be like them telling us, "Well, why don't y'all do this and that and the third in the black community?" And when they really don't know the ins and outs of the black community. You get what I'm saying? So you say, people say, "I believe we Africans around the globe need to know our true history," and that's not hard to do though. What we have to do as individuals for ourselves, when we got free time, start researching the history. Research our history in America and throughout the world, and then research. Um, there were great civilizations that white folks went down there to learn from at one point in time. Okay, the people who aren't educated is the people that don't really have much. It's easy to propagandize them. It's easy to put in their head they're better because of a skin color. Why? Because of miseducation. The miseducation, like I say, even got a book, Miseducation of the Negro, right? That's purposely done. That is purposely done to black people. Yeah, I know that we having streaming issues today. Um, yeah, you can watch the Hidden Color series. Tariq Nasheed made. There's so many different documentaries you can watch, but don't just look at documentaries. The documentaries only do so much. Start doing more reading on your own. Start doing more research on your own, so you can learn more about even your own history. Black people, especially Black Americans, should learn their history, because if you don't learn your history, these people can easily tell you just come from a slave. That's the thing that they can constantly tell you, and they love to lie to you and say you just come from a slave. That's all you are. That's all you ever gonna be is a slave. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them do that. And on the African continent, you got Google now. There's no excuse to talk about African American. They don't have a culture or whatever. Please, like I said, if we didn't have a culture, trust me, we got a culture. But start educating yourself. You need to know about the transatlantic slave trade. You need to know African history too. We need to know what happened prior to the slave trade, the great empires. We need to know all that too. We need to know both sides of the coin. That way, the white supremacists can't say, "Hey, you Continental Africans, you're better than them." They don't even, because they'll go in there and tell them, "See, they ain't got no culture like you. Look, you've been doing this and doing that." Then they'll come over and tell us, "See them Africans? Look how they are. Sure, you better than them. You even American. I mean, they're not American. They begging to be like you. They want to come over here. You see, you're better than them." The white supremacist, as Neely Fuller said, he definitely takes both sides of the argument. And that's divide and conquer, because he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. He is. So definitely he gonna go to them, say they better. He'll go to us, say we better. And at the end, he's using that. Listen, as long as he can keep black people fighting each other, whether within America, throughout the globe, as long as we're against each other, he wins. When we are united, he cannot defeat a united black people. There's no force in the world that can stand against the unification of black people. Even Dr. John Henry Clark said that the greatest fighting force on the planet Earth is black people. And he said the moment we realize it, oppression is over. And that's true. We just haven't realized it yet. We haven't realized that we are stronger together and not apart. Even we come together in a small field. Look, let's go back to George Floyd. Black people came together, okay, for George Floyd. Our movements inspired the whole world. You understand? Because we stood up about George Floyd in Nigeria, the young brothers and sisters, because of their wicked police that they got, the SARS, they stood up against the SARS movement. And you know why they stood up against the police there? They was doing some wicked and corrupt things against them. They said because of what they saw in America with the brothers and sisters here, they felt the courage to go and stand up against their own. Understand what I'm saying? Unification and taking a stand inspires people. People all over the world was inspired by watching brothers and sisters take a stand against wickedness. Okay, but for our brother George Floyd, right? And I'm a firm believer. Say this: God has anointed us to be the. Okay, people talking about freedom the African continent and what we should do on the continent. That should do this and do. The main thing we need to do is push freedom, push justice, and definitely push everyone to be equal and unified. That's what we need to push. This is what we gotta push. Okay, so with that sister making that video, yeah, I greatly appreciate it. Usually you don't get a whole lot of pushback. Well, because I seen the immigrant, and I'm like, do you know how that immigrant even got here? I'm gonna keep saying this. They select the people that come here. They don't just get a visa and come like we get to go and do in everybody else's country. Okay. One person we can't have. No, you're right. You can't have freedom. And yes, the key word can't. Anybody that's, and most of the people talking about tribalism and all of that. Okay, they got tribalistic people in America too. So what do they got to do with anything? It's always an excuse why we can't do anything. Is it excuses in America why we can't do anything? Is excuses throughout the world why we can't do anything? It's always an excuse. Aren't you tired of excuses? You've thrown every excuse in the world why you can't do something. When are we gonna say, okay, well, let's just try something different for at least 5 years? Well, you expect everybody to like you. You want everybody to, some want people to kiss your butt, you know, think you the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, you're not. I'm not either. Because I've seen people on that where they feel they go to the African continent that somebody got to roll out the red carpet because you showed up. No, you don't roll the red carpet and they show up. We all brothers and sisters in this. That's how I look at it. Anyway, with that being said, um, you say a united force is a power as a black nation. That is completely true. But my thing is, just my response to what I'm saying is, you say you keep cutting off, and I know that yesterday also when you said knowing that you cut off. Yeah, I'm having. I don't know why I'm having problems with the internet when I'm at. So I don't want to keep going on too long. You say you don't have to like me, but you have to respect. Yeah, and that's fine. Hey, I mean, some people don't have to like me, and they don't like me. But hey, as long as you respect me, I respect you. It's no problem. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of the internet acting up. Anyway, but I just wanted to respond to that just shortly. Um, not too long in the stream. But what I'm just saying is, I appreciate this sister for what she's doing, what she's talking about. Thank her for that. And then what we gonna do is we gonna keep trucking along. Like I said, 'cause I don't want this thing to keep burping on y'all. What's going on? So look here, Phil. Do you think the black man and woman are original humans? Well, it's not about what I think. Why don't you do your research? That's not what I think. Do your research. I want you to be educated on your own. Hold on. It said the love offering came through. It said thank you for all your hard work, brother. You definitely have opened my eyes while sleeping in the white supremacist matrix. Planning the Ghana trip this year. Also, appreciate it. Yeah, Ghana's the place you want to be. Go, definitely go. Um, and everything. So most of my moderators on any channel, will let y'all know that, are people who are members of the channel. If you're a member of the channel, you can be a moderator. That's just kind of the way we move on that. Yeah, well, you think that Ghana's a place for you, then hey. But I always say, don't go there thinking everything is just this. Don't have this fantasy thought about no African continent. Don't do that. Don't have this rainbow thing and thinking, oh my. Matter of fact, there are stories where people have, like, you ride in your car with the window down, you got that phone in your hand, and somebody walk right by and snatch that phone right to your hand, and take off running. Oh boy, I would say don't walk with your phone in your hand in a lot of these places because they will get at you. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch even when you have a certain backpack in certain areas. It'd be better to put your backpack to the front of you. You got there's like certain places where you have it's 4 million years old. 4 million. And she was black. Okay? So just start from there. Um yeah, don't be walking around with your phone in some of these countries like that. Especially because Pookie and Ray Ray gonna get that phone. Well, shoot, Pookie and Ray Ray get your phone here in America too. But Pookie and Ray Ray in them different countries, they believe in snatching them phones. They will snatch that phone. Some of y'all walk around with some of the things in y'all hand, y'all careless, especially you women. Be careful in them areas. That's why I'm a firm believer of say what you want to say about me, but I'm gonna be in certain areas where people kind of it's no issue to have a phone like that. When you go to some of the areas where people are hurting, you can't walk around there looking like fresh meat now. You know what I'm saying? Like in America, y'all like to show out too much. You can't go to something like you travel. You can't be going to certain countries like showing out, wearing all these brands and all that. You need to dress down, okay? Dress down. Whether it's a t-shirt, some jeans, and some regular shoes. Not stand out. You want to blend in with people. Yeah, Pookie and Ray Ray are international, bro. Oh yeah, Pookie and Ray Ray gonna get it. They got to get it. Pookie and Ray Ray got to get they bag by any means necessary. So you sitting up there with that phone, the person says, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give you this much, currency for this many dollars," and then I think yeah, it happened in Turkey. I'm gonna give you 12 Turkish lira for $1. I already knew what the currency converter was though. I said, "No, you're not." I said, "You gonna give me 13." I say, and I pulled it up. I say, you see, it's right here. Oh yeah. 13. You gotta know because people with your man, look, everybody hustling. So you gotta know the currency exchange wherever you go. Because don't just go and take the first thing without knowing you. Get educated. So no matter where you at, get educated. Okay, get educated. Don't let. He said Pookie and Ray Ray would be pressure if they ever got a job on Wall Street. Oh yeah, but yeah, always know the currency exchange whatever country you go to. But anyway, guys, let me go ahead and go. Um, yeah, Pookie and Ray Ray can use some of them skills for something legal. They do very well. But let me go ahead and go. I got to work on some other things, get these videos up. But we'll holler at you.